Imagine this. A man, let's call him Michael Harris, is a 42-year-old senior product manager at a fast-growing software company in DC metro area. He'd worked in tech for 15 plus years, built a solid reputation, and was known for mentoring younger team members. He believed in professionalism, loyalty, and doing things by the book. So when he started experiencing inappropriate behavior from his new VP, Michael didn't want to make it a legal thing. He just wanted to do his job. It started small. The VP constantly interrupted Michael in meetings, often mocking his suggestions with phrases like, "That's old school thinking. We're trying to be innovative here," or "Maybe it's time for some fresh blood in this team." Michael noticed he was being passed over for stretch projects he'd typically be asked to lead. Instead, they were going to younger, less experienced, and less qualified employees. His direct reports started treating him differently, clearly taking cues from the VP. Michael overheard a conversation between the VP and another director, joking that Michael was, quote, too traditional and, quote, might not survive the next reorg. At first, he brushed it off. Maybe it was time to reinvent himself. But then things escalated. His responsibilities were stripped without explanation. The VP started excluding him from leadership meetings. And when Michael asked for feedback, he was told he lacked, quote, adaptability, a new criticism never brought up before. Michael finally brought his concerns to HR. He brought up age-related comments, being excluded from leadership initiatives, a noticeable pattern of being sidelined. HR promised to, quote, look into it, but nothing happened. In fact, just weeks later, he was put on a performance improvement plan, or PIP, with vague goals and an unrealistic 30-day deadline. At this point, Michael realized the PIP wasn't a developmental tool. It was a setup. This is a hostile work environment based on age discrimination, with signs of constructive discharge and retaliation. Here's what strengthens his case: the VP's repeated age-related comments and exclusion from opportunities, the sudden, unexplained drop in performance feedback, a retaliatory PIP issued shortly after reporting to HR, and a clear pattern of younger employees being favored over a qualified, experienced professional. If Michael resigned under these circumstances or was eventually let go, he could file under the Age Discrimination and Employment Act, or ADEA, and he possibly would have claims for retaliation. He could recover lost income and future earnings, emotional distress, punitive damages, and attorney's fees, and litigation costs. You played by the rules, you did the work, and now you're being pushed out because you've been, quote, around too long. That's not just wrong, it could be illegal. Age discrimination is protected by the Age Discrimination and Employment Act of 1967, prohibiting employers from discriminating against those over the age of 40. If you're seeing your career threatened by subtle discrimination or toxic leadership, talk to someone who can help you fight back the right way. Visit SpiggleLaw.com today to see how our firm can help you. We also have a free online community for employees to ask questions, share concerns, or comments for our employment lawyers and other members. Join today at SpiggleLaw.com/community.